Hey, and welcome back to Times of Adventure, my old school essential solo RPG campaign. Today we're going to continue the exploration of the Shrine of Elariel by the Lanterns of Selik, and they are just about to face a group of goblins who comes running down a corridor into the room where they are waiting. And I don't want to waste any more time, so I'd say let's jump right back in. So they went down the stairs again, at the same spot where they were before, and they're going to check again with the mirror if there's anything moving, because that torch in that room is still burning. So they can see from around the corner. What they don't know is that there is a patrol which is moving through the thing. So I'm going to check if they encounter that patrol. Just going to take a d6 with I'd say a 2 in 6 chance that the patrol is coming through the room. No patrol, and they don't see anyone. So they move in, and what they're going to do is they're going to spend a couple of turns in this room to search the room, 2 turns. And they're going to put someone here on the corner to check if there's anyone coming and to listen into the corridor, because the corridor is dark. The only light is in that room. It shines until here, and then the rest of the corridor is dark. And they don't find anything else in this room than, well, a collapsed pillar and a bit of like rubble and debris from the walls, but it doesn't seem to be any secret doors or anything else that would be of interest in this room. So they decide to go further. I'd say they are here now. I'm going to mark off 2 turns. I'm going to check if they have a wandering monster encounter. And they do. Alrighty, and I guess that's the patrol. Let's see what it is. 7. That actually is the patrol. So that is a d6. Plus 2 goblins on patrol. That's 5 more goblins. Let's see how far they are away. Let's see, first 2 is surprised. So the monsters are red, if anyone is surprised. And I'm going to do a check first, because the person who listened was actually the leader, the elf, because he has a better hearing than the others. I'm going to give him a 2 in 6 chance to see if he hears them coming. He does not hear them coming. Then we're just going to roll for surprise. Red are the monsters. 1 and 2 is surprised. No one is surprised. And how far are they going to be apart? And it's 2d6 times 10 in feet. That's 80 feet away. Okay. So are they coming from around the corner? I'd say it's 50-50. So I'm just going to roll a d6. 1, 2, 3 is they're coming from here. 4, 5, 6 is they come from here. They're coming from here. That means that they see the elf's heat signature instantly. They are going to rush the party, I guess. They're going to come rushing out. They make quite some noise, so if there should be any goblins in this room and here, they will definitely hear that. And probably all start to converge on them. Okay. So I'm going to get out the battle map again, and then we see how the fight goes and how many goblins they will encounter. So they have seen the leader, the elf, and they're going to come rush into the room. They are 80 feet away. They can only move 20 feet in 10 seconds in 1 round. So they're going to take 4 turns until they get to the door, meaning that they will have quite some time to shoot into the corridor. I'd say there's like 60% chance that they have a torch as well. Remember, the room is pretty well lit by 2 torches that are in the room. So let's see if the goblins have a torch so they can be seen in the darkness. They do have a torch. So they see them, and that means that the people who can shoot from range, they could actually line up and shoot into the thing and shoot them while they come running. And I think this is what's going to happen in the first turn for the party. So who has initiative? Red is the monsters. The party has initiative. Okay, so they're all going to line up so they can shoot into the thing, into the corridor. Eva is going to move up. He can move 40 feet. 10, 20, 30, 40. It's his first turn. Wen is going to move up as well, also 40 feet. 10, 20, 30, 40. I think the leader is going to move back. He can move 30, 10, 20, and then 30. He doesn't want to stand too much in the way for the people who are going to shoot. She's going to move here. She can shoot 2. Artist can shoot 2. He's going to go, I think, here. He can move 40 feet, so he can easily make that. And Thunder can move 20, so she's going to move here and stay there. Okay. So now they're just going to shoot. The goblins are still 80 feet away, so it's quite far. The elf has a hand crossbow, so he gets a -1 on the roll. No, they can't even shoot because they are too far away. It is 80 feet from here, so he is like 110 feet away and she is 140 feet away, so that is too far for the crossbow, for the hand crossbow. Then we only going to see Artis shoot in the first turn. He has a range of up to 150 feet. He shoots with a -1, so that is 80 from here, 90. Yeah, so he gets a -1. Okay. He rolls a 5, and that is no hit. The goblins are just going to move up 20 feet, so they are now 60 feet away from the door. The party has initiative again, so now we have 60 feet. That means that First Ever is going to move up here. Thunder is going to move here, and then Wen is just going to move behind the pillar, so she can't be shot. She can't be shot. Now I think they can all shoot. For him, it's 80 feet. Now that means he gets a -1 to the roll. He doesn't hit. Artis shoots with the crossbow again. Yeah, he misses. And then Ever is going to shoot with his crossbow. He is away 70, 80, 90, 100, so he shoots with 0. See, he has a +1 to missile attacks. He rolls a 1, he doesn't hit. And for those two, it's too far away again. So the goblins move again, 60 feet. They are now 40 feet away from the door. So for Ladire, it's now, they're only 60 feet away, meaning he shoots with a 0 as a bonus. He doesn't hit. Artis shoots with a 0 as well. And he hits for, shortbow is a d6. 6 damage, and one goblin catches the arrow with his face and is dead, meaning there are only 4 goblins left. I think Ever is going to shoot as well. See, he shoots with a +1, and they are now in range. No, they're still too far. No, they are in range for... No, he's still too far away. He still shoots with a 0 as a bonus. But he rolls a 14, +1 from his dex stat is a 15. That hits for 3 damage. The next goblin is dead. Alrighty, that's only 3 goblins left. So they moved there 20 feet. Now they are only 20 feet away. There's a 65% chance that goblins from other rooms have been alerted by the combat. 61. They have. Okay. They are coming just from behind the goblins where the others came from. So from this direction, just straight from the corridor. Let's see how far they are away. 2d6 times 10. As they see them, they are only 50 feet away. So they are just 30 feet behind the first group of goblins. Okay, and I'm going to roll 2d4 to see how many they are. 1 and 3. It's 4 more of them. So we have 4 more goblins incoming. Not incoming, we have them coming. Okay, next round. We're going to see who has initiative. Red are the monsters. The party has initiative. Okay. The goblins are now only 20 feet away. He shoots with a 0 now. Okay, let's see. D20. He doesn't hit. Now we have Ever. He's going to shoot with a +1 and another +1 from his dex. That's a +2. But he misses. Then we have Argith. She is going to shoot with a -1 still. That's an 18. She has a hand crossbow. That's a d4. Deals 2 damage. So Goblin 3 takes 2 damage. Then we have Artis. He has his shortbow. He shoots with a +1 now, I think, because of the range. No, he shoots with a 0 still. And he hits as well. 4 1d6 damage. That's 2 damage. Let's see which goblin he shot. 1 and 2 is goblin 1, 3 and 4 is 2, and 5 and 6 is goblin 3. He shoots goblin 1 for 2 damage, and okay, so now those 3 goblins turn up here. Two of them are almost dead. The other one is still full HP. And we have the other group is 30 feet away from the door. They are just moving their full speed. They come running and they are 30 feet away. Okay, let's see what initiative says. Who has initiative? Red is the goblins. The party has initiative. Okay, we're going to have some people shooting. He shoots with a +1 now and another +1, so it's a +2. And he doesn't hit. And then we have melee. They all move up here, here, and here. And I think 10, 20, 30. He doesn't get there. So he moves as far as he can. And Argeth does the same. She moves to here. Okay. Thunder is going to attack the most right one. And she doesn't hit. Then we have Artis. He's going to attack the middle one. Doesn't hit either. And then we have Ladire, who's going to attack the most left one. And he hits with a D8 for his longsword. And the goblin is dead. Alrighty. These 2 goblins, to get a morale rating. Let's see if they run. And we're going to leave it at 7 because the other 5 goblins are coming. They turn around. They are going to run. But as they see these other 4 goblins come rushing in, they are they just going to stay? Because they think, oh, we have 6 people incoming, we can do that now. And maybe even more. Since the other group is moving 20 feet up, they meet at 10 feet before the door and they just stay there, like they meet up. And now they are 6 goblins in one group. Okay. Next round. Red is the monsters for initiative. The party has initiative. So they are not going to move out of that room. They are all going to move back. Meaning she moves here, he moves here, he moves here, him here, and him here. And we're actually going to move her here and him here, so they can only get to her. Well, they can also get to the leader, but it doesn't matter. Like, I just want to have them away from the door a bit. So they moved. And now we're going to see some shooting again. They're holding a torch inside of the corridor, so they are well lit. And we're just going to go from left to right. Eva is going to get the same. Is going to go first. He's going to shoot his crossbow. He gets a +2. He hits 1 goblin for how much damage? 3 damage. Let's say that goblin is dead as well. Okay. So now we have Argeth. She has a hand crossbow. So this is for Argeth. She doesn't hit. But he hits with the hand crossbow. And that is now goblin 3 that is still there, I think. It's actually goblin 2, and that one had full health. So let's see, he rolled a d4 for the damage. 3 damage, that goblin is dead. Okay, so it's only 4 goblins again that are still in the corridor. He's going to shoot his short bow, 10, 20, with a +1 bonus. And he hits for 2 damage. And that means that like one of the goblins only has 2 HP left now. Now it's the goblin's turn. Use these miniatures here again. And they were 10 feet away from the door, so they can move up to here. They cannot shoot. So for now, it doesn't seem that anyone else is coming. They don't hear any noises from the corridor, and they also don't hear any other sounds. I'm just going to say, next round, red is the monsters for initiative. The goblins have initiative. Okay, so they are going to gang up on the easiest target, and that seems to be either the elf or Argeth. So I'm going to go on the elf with those 3. And that one goes on Argeth. Okay. Yeah, the elf has an armor class of 5, so that's a 14. And Argeth has 6, so that's a 13. Okay. I'm just going to roll those 3 goblins around the leader, the elf. I need to roll a 14. No hit. All right. And then there's one more who's going to attack Argeth. With a 10, doesn't hit, so no one takes damage. Now it's the party's turn. They all close in around them. I think Eva is actually going to stay a bit back and is going to shoot again. And Wen is going to just peek around the corner, the pillar. So I'm going to have Eva shoot. Yeah, he needs to roll an 11. And it's a 9. Oh no, 9 plus... Oh no, it's a miss. And now we have the melee. I'm just going to go left to right, from Argeth to Thunder. Argeth hits. She has a longsword as well, which is a d8. The goblin is dead. Now we have Vince's, and let's roll for Vince's first. He doesn't hit. The leader, he hits for 8 damage. That goblin is dead. Artis, he's going to attack with his short sword. He hits 2. Goblin dead. And that's it for the round. So that goblin is going to have a, well, I'd say a morale of 2. So he's probably going to run. Yeah, it's going to run. So they turn around and run 20 feet. Next round. The party goes first. They're just going to run after her, after the goblin. He's coming from here, and now the goblin is going to get bashed by all of them. Okay, I'm just going to roll a... I'm going to roll them. So, Argeth doesn't hit. The leader hits for 5 damage, and the goblin is dead. Okay. Instantly, after the fight, they rush left and right to the doors, so no one can see them anymore. The only thing they do before that, they quickly pick up, like the big guys, pick up the goblin corpses, so you can't see them from the corridor. They just throw them in the corners away, and then they just wait, and they are quiet and wait if anything else is coming. This all happens within a minute or so. So after a minute, they are standing left and right of the door, and they are waiting if something else is coming for them. So they are waiting there for 1 turn. It fills the next hour. That means they get a Wandering Monster check. 1 and 6 is a Wandering Monster. No monster. They have to pause on the last turn in an hour anyway, so they are going to wait for these 10 minutes and see if anything is coming. After these 10 minutes, nothing came. And it's also quiet. They don't hear anything else. I'm going to bring back the dungeon map, and the party is pretty much standing there. So they decide to go further into the corridor. And I'm going to roll a d6 again. 1, 2, 3 is they go straight. 4, 5, 6 they go left. Right. They are going right. Okay, so really slowly, carefully, they go until here. They go to here. And then they take their torch out again and their mirror and look down the corridor to see if there's anything. And they can see already that there is some light coming from the room. So there's definitely a torch burning again. They don't see anything in the room after a few moments of looking in the mirror, so they decide to go further. So the first turn brings them to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they realize that there is another junction. And again, I'm going to roll a d6. 1, 2, 3 is they go up here. 4, 5, 6 they go straight. And they go up here. Okay. They do the same thing. They all stop here and they look around and they look with the mirror into the corridor, and they stop here and they look into the corridor and there's no light, so there's no point in using the mirror, and they also don't hear any sounds. So I'm going to say from here, they're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to get to here. That's a turn, and that's a Wandering Monster check. 1 in 6 chance. A Wandering Monster. That's a d10. 10. They hear the door open. Like all of a sudden in the middle of the corridor, they hear that the door is open and they have the light. The light goes for 30 feet. They can't see the light here. Let's see if anyone is surprised. Red is the monsters, yellow is the party. the monsters are surprised. Now they have like a chance to decide if they want to remain there or if they are just going back and take a better spot, maybe around the corner. Is the group that is coming here, are they making a noise? I'm going to roll how many they are. 2d4 again. It's 2. That's 3. We have 5 goblins, but there's also something else. Because the elf hears that there's something that is not a goblin, and he thinks it's a wolf. So they are deciding to go back. And since I surprised them, I'd say they get turn until they come around the corner. So in the first round, I'm just going to say they move back 60 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are here. So they just walk around the corner and they see that torch in the distance, and that makes them jump for some reason. They just jump and they are all surprised. And the party also has initiative. So meaning the group of 5 goblins and the wolf, they came around the corner, saw them, were surprised for whatever reason. Maybe they made angry faces, whatever. So meaning in their first round, they can't do anything. But they have seen them and combat is on. And I'm just going to use this map for now. So they are going to go back in the first turn. They have initiative anyway. I'd say they move back as a group. And they can, and the fastest they can move is 20 feet as a group because they have the dwarf and she's really slow. So in the first round, they're just going to 1, 2. They're going to get here. Just going to move it. They are here. Okay. The group now moves around the corner. The goblin group, I'm going to take 1 goblin, show where they are. Not that one. They don't have a shooter. They get 1, 2. They are here and they can see them now. And in the night, and with his night vision, the elf looks down the corridor and sees 5 goblins and gets the confirmation that there is a wolf with them. The goblins will not let the wolf loose because they see it's like 7 people and they think if they let the wolf loose now, just going to run over and then get killed by them. They want to have the wolf as a defense. Okay, so next round, who has initiative? The monsters have. They move 1, 2. We move 1, 2. And next round. We have initiative. They are here now. Here. The monsters are here. Next round. And you can hear these goblins yell in goblin, "Stop, stop, we saw you, stop, you have to die, what are you doing here?" La 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 la, all the threats they can think of. Party goes first. They are in the room again. And I'm just going to say they are going to use this setup they have up there. And they stay like this. And they are just going to wait. And they're going to raid around, like, around the corners. And they are probably going to, she's going to go a bit here. And they're also going to split up. And the mage is going to go back behind that pillar again, and the others are going to stay close so they can instantly jump them when they enter the room. And the leader is going to stay here. And now I'm just going to say the goblins just move up here, and they stop there. And there is the torchlight, but they can't see the mage. She's behind that pillar, and the others are out of sight anyway. So the goblins have no idea where they are. Meaning I'm going to roll a 50-50 chance to see if they are if they are just running in the room. 1, 2, 3 is they run in, 4, 5, 6 they don't. These idiots just run in. Okay, I'm just going to see who had initiative on the turn when they entered the room. They had. So they were running in, and I'm going to adjust it. I'm going to move them one further back because they can't move that far within a turn. So the last 2 goblins, they can't even be seen because they're still in the corridor. Okay, so the party has initiative. These goblins come like running in like maniacs, and they don't even look left and right. The only one that realizes what's happening is the wolf. And that one is too stupid to do anything against it. And before they can think the party is on them. We're going to have Ever. He's going to move here, and he's going to try and shoot the wolf. And the other three are each taking one of these goblins. And Wen is going to get ready to cast a spell if need should arise. So they all move in place, and Ever is going to get time to shoot his crossbow. So he gets a +2 modifier from range and his dexterity score. And he's going to try and shoot the wolf. And the wolf's armor class is 7, meaning they have to roll a 12 to hit. That means that Ever has to roll a 10 because he has a +2 bonus. All right. He hits the wolf for 1d6 damage. Oh, that's 6 damage. And the wolf has 10 HP, meaning they have 4 HP left. And now we're going to get the melee phase. So Ladire and Argeth are going to attack the wolf. The first one is for Ladire. He hits. That is a d8 damage, and they probably already killed the wolf. Yeah, so the wolf goes down and is dead, and that is very, very important because the wolf was very dangerous for them. Okay, so the wolf is out of the round, out of the combat, and Argeth is going to switch over to the other goblin. So she's going to... Yeah, she hits the goblin for a d8 damage with her longsword, and the goblin is dead. Okay. That's very easy. Very good. I'm rolling well for them. Okay, we go around in a counterclockwise. Vince is now who's going to attack. He doesn't hit the goblin. Thunder. She doesn't hit the goblin, and that is now Artis. He also doesn't hit. Next round. Who has initiative? The monsters have. Okay, so they get a morale check. The morale rating is 7. So if I roll lower or equal, they will continue to fight. And they do not. They run. They make it out of the room into the corridor. I'm going to bring the map back. Alrighty. So they are here now on this square. And the other two, they are running as well. And they are still... I'm just going to move them. Artis is going to move up in the corridor. They're all just going with to move with the goblins. Surround them again. Ever is going to move here, and he's going to try and hit one of the goblins that just ran into the corridor. Let's say the left one. He gets a +2 because they are running, and a +2 from the range, a +1 from range, +1 from his dex, so he has a +4 actually, meaning he has to roll an 8. He actually has to roll a 9. 13 minus 4 is 9. He hits them for a d6 damage, 1 damage. I'd say this is Goblin 1 here. And the other two are going to be attacked. We're going to go counterclockwise again. He doesn't hit. Then we have Argeth. She has a +2 to melee attacks. She also doesn't hit. That is Vince's. He hits the goblin with his short sword. Let's say it's Goblin 2. Then we have Thunder. She's going to try and hit the Goblin 2. She does not. And then we have Artis. He has a +1 on his melee. +2 because the Goblin is running. And that's a 13. So he hits. He has a short sword, a d6. And the Goblin is dead. There's only 3 goblins left. Next round, initiative. The goblins go first. Are they smart enough to run around the corner, or will they just continue straight because they are? I think it's a 50-50. Let's see. 1, 2, 3 is they go straight, and 4, 5, 6 is they go right. They go right. Smart. So they are here now, and therefore cannot be shot with... no, they are actually... Yes, they are here. And therefore cannot be shot with ranged weapons again. So we have 1 goblin here and 2 goblins here. And the first 3, they run after the first 2 goblins. They go after her. And Ever will move as far as he can so he can shoot after the goblins that have been running around the corner. So we're going to do that in our head. So I'm going to start with the missile attack. And since they are running and he's running too... Oh no, he can't even shoot. I'm always forgetting that. He has to reload. He can't shoot in the next round. Okay, so he's running after them, and he's just going to attack this goblin too, in case they can't kill it. Okay, I'm going to do the first 3 melee attacks from the people that are running after these 2 goblins that are here. I'm going to start with Ladaya. He hits one of the goblins for 2 damage. Now I say Argeth is going to attack the same goblin. She hits as well for a d8, and that goblin is dead then. So one of them is gone. And now Arthas is going to attack the last remaining one. He hits as well. He has a short sword. And he does 5 damage, and that goblin is dead. So the 2 goblins that were running around the corner are dead. Now we're going to resolve these 2, or well, these 3, because Ever has been closing up to these 3. Going to start with Ever. He does not hit. Vince's doesn't hit. And then we have Thunder. I'm going to roll that again. She doesn't hit either. Okay, next round. The goblin goes first. She pretty much can only run straight because the way is blocked here. We have these 2 people here. So she's here, so that means that Artis, Ladaya, and Argeth will just run after her. They still get a -2, so she is going to do clockwise, starting with Ladaya. He hits already for 5 damage, and the goblin is dead. Okay. So they killed 5 goblins and a wolf. That is 25 XP for the goblins, and the wolf is 25 XP too, so that's 50 XP in total. So they are still in that room. So they stand here, they loot the wolves, that's 10d6 electrum pieces. That's 6, 7, 12, 15, 19, 20, 23, 29, 33, and 34 electrum pieces. And I'd say the wizard is carrying that because she's really light. She only has like 150 or 200 weight on her. She's carrying all the coin for now. Okay, they take the corpses, put them in a corner, the wolf as well. They wanted to go straight, and I was going to do that. No, they wanted to go up there. So just going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's where they are. That's 2 more turns. They get a wandering encounter. No encounter. The door here is closed, and there's no light coming out. So they're going to try and be really sneaky, go slowly, and listen at the door what's going on inside. But they are also going to take a break. And I'd say that they make their break and then they continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They get to the door. That is now another encounter check. D6. No encounter. Okay, and the elf listens behind the door. 2 in 6 chance to hear something. And he hears something. And he hears a lot of stuff. Like a lot of people in there. At least 10, he says, and they're all talking goblin, and they are very excited. And they hear like assembly, like people assembling behind that door. Not at the door, but in this area. I think they are going to decide to go back, but don't go here. I could meta this and say there's no one here, and they just go there because they are safest here, this and that. Whatever. But I'm going to do it like this. They have seen before that no one was in that room. They, like all the encounters came from here or here, I think. So they would probably think that here is no one, but here is all the action. And that's why they're going to go back. They go back and they go fast this time. They don't look for any traps, they just rush down. That means I'm going to have to move the fastest speed they have, and that is 120. They're going to move at 120 feet for this turn, and they just go quick. So because they want to get away from the door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. until here. Okay, so now I'm going to say they went really fast down the corridor, 120 feet. There's a 50% chance that they are coming out of the room already. I'm going to roll a D6. 1, 2, 3 is they are coming out of the room. 4, 5, 6, they are not coming out yet. They are not coming out yet. Okay. That means they get one more turn. They just rush around the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They get to here. 12 actually. They get into the room. There's no door and there's no one in the room. So they just spread up on these sides. And then they're going to wait what's going to happen. They get a wandering monster, wandering monster check if there's anything coming. No monster. And I think that would be a perfect spot to stop the session. They killed quite a lot of goblins, around 20 in this, on this day, on this delve. And I think they are definitely going to try and finish exploring the dungeon. We know it's only 2 levels. They don't know that. There's also a secret door here they haven't found. And they are busy now with the monsters that are coming, with the goblins that are coming. And in the next session, we're going to see what happens with the people that are coming out of that room. And as usual, I say thank you for watching. And if you liked what you saw, then like the video and subscribe to the channel. And I'd say see you next time. Bye-bye.